Hello! Today is another book review day, and this week I have been reading Oh, You Pretty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, We Love You by Fleming. Apologies for the singing there. Couldn't help but sing it in my head all the way reading through this book. Children's book. You've probably seen the film. Forget everything that happens in the film apart from about 5 minutes in total, and then read this book. I did start reading it with the film in my head, but it's nothing like the film. I won't do a comparison because it would just take far too long. The film is enjoyable in itself, and I do like the film, and the book is enjoyable in its own different way. But if you're expecting a book that is exactly like the film or even remotely close to the film, you'll be very disappointed with this book. But I liked it. So let me just read you the blurb, and then we'll be on our way. Crackpot is what everybody calls the Pot family. When the Pot family goes to buy a new car and comes back with a wreck, nobody is surprised, except for the Pots themselves. First, the car has a name, and she tells them what it is. Then they find that she can fly and swim. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is a car on a mission to stop a criminal gang in its tracks, and she is taking the Pots with her. Jump into the world's most loved magical car for her first adventure ever. So yeah, it's nothing like the film. And when I was reading this, it made me feel like, if you've ever read P.L. Travers' Mary Poppins, again, nothing like the film, brilliant book, and you kind of wonder why, when they make the films, they venture really far away from the original text. And I know films say that, oh, they're based on the book by so and so, but it's so completely different. Right. So Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is a car that is magical, and the story starts out with the Potts family, and I can never pronounce his name. The father's name is Caractacus. Let me just read it letter for letter. Caractacus. I probably will get that wrong again. The father, Caractacus, and his wife Mimsy, and their 2 children, Jemima and Jeremy. And the Potts family is very poor, and Caractacus is an inventor, and he has made some interesting sweets, and when you eat them, they make whistling sounds if you suck air through little holes that are in the sweets, or you blow air out. And so he tries to sell them to Mr. Scrumptious at his sweet emporium factory. And Mr. Scrumptious is so excited by these new sweets that Caractacus has invented that he buys them for thousands and thousands of pounds, and so they have enough money to go and buy themselves a car. And they find this wreck. It used to be a racing car, but nobody wants it anymore because it's just really run down and broken and everything. But the family fall in love with it. And so Caractacus takes the car into his workshop, and he spends a long time working on it to make it all shiny and new and lovely. And then when the car is finished, the family just think it's absolutely amazing, and they want to go on a day trip to the seaside. So they get in the car and they're driving down the road, and on a Saturday there's traffic going in every direction and they're stuck. And Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, named after the sound the engine and the exhaust makes, lets them know that she's a very special car by asking them to pull a little lever on the dashboard, and as Caractacus does that, wings appear and she flies them down to the beach. But the beach is absolutely packed full of people, and they can't find anywhere to park, so Chitty Chitty Bang Bang takes them out onto kind of a sandbank in the middle of the sea, where the family can enjoy themselves, have their picnic, play on the beach. But suddenly, well, not suddenly, the family all fall asleep because it's such a lovely warm day, and the tide starts coming in, and the family get into a bit of a panic and they don't know what to do. But there's no need to worry. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang's a magic car. She knows what to do, and she turns herself into a boat. And so the family are obviously safe, and they've got nothing to worry about. And Caractacus says, well, we're in the middle of the channel. Should we hop over to France? And the whole family's like, well, don't we need passports? And clearly they don't need passports, even though he says, oh, we'll just stop off at the consulate and get that all sorted. Yeah, they sail off to Calais, and they're trying to find somewhere to park while they're there, and they come across a cave in the cliff, and while they're in there they discover a lot of weaponry hidden away in the cliff, lots of guns and explosives, and they later find out that this belongs to Joe the Monster and his gang of criminals who are over in France to commit a lot of crimes, steal some money, and generally cause havoc. And it is quite exciting, actually, trying to find out what's what Chitty Chitty Bang Bang will do. Obviously she saves the day. I don't think that's giving away the ending, because I won't tell you exactly what happens. But it is quite frightening, actually. This gang of criminals are very mean, very cruel, very scary, and they behave exactly how you would expect criminals to behave in a children's book. It's not so horrifying that children can't read it, but it is quite dark. It does take a little dark turn, and it does it does get the heart racing a little bit. So yeah, so Chitty Chitty Bang Bang does save the day, but I won't say any more about the ending. But it was just a very interesting read, considering that the film is such a well-known film that we've all probably watched a few hundred times each. Well, I certainly have. And this one, the book is, although it's fantasyful, it's so much more normal. I can kind of imagine this happening, whereas in the film it's too unreal and too many strange things happen. But this one, even in today's day and age, with kind of all the inventions that there are out there, something like this could happen. So I actually really enjoyed reading this. Unfortunately, this is the only Chitty Chitty Bang Bang book written by Ian Fleming. However, there have been some follow-ups, and who's the author? Frank Cottrell Boyce has written some follow-up stories of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I may read them. I quite like just having read this one. It kind of, that's how Ian Fleming probably intended it. I don't know. But I'll see how I feel, and if I want to read any more about this fantastic car that is just amazingly magical and so nice and so kind and so helpful and so honest and trustworthy, and just an amazing vehicle, really. It'd be nice if my car was a little bit like that, but she's not. But anyway, so I really did enjoy this book, and I think if you do like children's books, and even if you liked the film, even if you didn't, I think you should give this one a go. So if you are interested in hearing any more of my book reviews, please subscribe to my channel. I try to put out new videos every week. Mainly they're book reviews, but I also do some shameless self-promotion with my own writing, and I give little bits of writing advice every now and then. So if that's what you're interested in, then please subscribe. Thumbs up this video if you liked it, and leave some comments if you've read the book and what you thought of it, and if you want me to review anything, let me know, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.